Now, a bill that lowers the voting age for local government elections from 18 to 16 passed its first reading in Parliament yesterday evening. Make It 16 will be pushing to change the bill so the voting age is lowered in time for the 2025 local elections, not the currently scheduled 2028 elections. It comes after years of sustained pressure from some youth. Now, Make It 16 shortly, but Taxpayers Union have done an ad campaign. They're not into it. With us is Taxpayers Union Connor Malloy. Kia ora, Connor.
Good afternoon.
You have to concede that it's pretty impressive how far Make It 16 have been able to take this issue.
Yeah, it's a commendable effort, and I think they're putting forward a compelling case, pushing for their argument and their cause. The Taxpayers Union doesn't take a position on whether or not the voting age should be lowered. Our position is simply that it should be put to a referendum of the people, and that people should decide, not politicians, when it comes to important constitutional rules and constitutional settings.
But isn't this an issue at the core of democracy and democracies internationally? And that means Parliament, doesn't it? Not a referendum.
Well, if you look at a lot of our other constitutional norms in terms of the term of Parliament, we would expect that to be set via a referendum if they wanted to change that. In terms of the voting age, it's an arbitrary line. There's always going to be some disagreement around where it can be, but we think that in setting what age it's going to be at, we think that it's fair that if there's going to be a change, it should be done via a referendum.
By the people, Julie, what do you think?
Well, by the people that are over the age of 18. So what about the 16-year-olds? They won't be able to vote in a referendum, which is something that's going to impact on them. So
is Julie right, Connor?
Well, I think generally how referendums work is that those who are currently franchised are the ones who vote in it, and so
they can't.
If we were, for example, say deciding whether or not to give non-permanent residents the right to vote, we wouldn't expect those non-permanent residents to vote in that. It's a decision for those that are currently franchised. I would point out that the age one is very unique to a lot of other historical forms of disenfranchisement, because it's not an immutable characteristic. It changes over time, and everyone will eventually get there.
Okay,
so
Nick.
It's something that everyone does have the opportunity to do, and it's not in and of itself discriminatory in a way that someone can't change.
What about you, Nick?